Welcome to the Lead Management Settings tab video of the System Administrator training of RealFutureCRM. Once you're on the admin side of the system, click Lead Management Settings on the left-hand side. Here you can see it comes up with three sublinks. We have System Configuration, General Lead Submission Rules, and Automatic Lead Submission Rules. There is a lot in this tab. As a result, I recommend sitting down and reading everything. Under the System Configuration, you can see that we do have the option for the time to elapse with no activity before changing to a lead manager's status to monitor. This is something if you are manually assigning leads and not using the automatic lead submission rules. Also, there's another setting here that allows users to delete company-generated leads in their database. Clicking on General Lead Submission Rules, the page gets a little longer. As you can see, I have lead submission timeout periods. List submission, time available for an agent to accept a lead offer before it rolls over to the next agent. I can use the drop-down and select how many minutes I'd like, or days. Pool submissions. If you're submitting your leads out to a pool of agents, you can decide how long until it's marked as failed. Here I can also choose my primary lead manager, the one who receives alerts when a new lead is received and when the system's set to full automatic without lead review when a lead submission has timed out. Here I can also select what type of notifications go out to a lead manager and also an agent. I can have an alert sent to a primary lead manager when a new lead is received. This is when the system is set to manual assignment. I can assign it by email or by text message. When a lead submission fails, I can send it by email or text message as well. Agent lead alerts. These are the emails and text messages that your agents would receive. Here I can decide if I want them to receive a new lead opportunity by text message and email. Going through and reading this, you can decide how you'd like to set up your system. I feel that I don't need my agents to know that they did not reply or that they rejected a lead. Client notification emails. I can send an email to a lead when an agent has accepted the lead. Bringing up the editor, you can see I can pull in merged fields. The merged fields show up in yellow. These are fields that I can select from the drop-down list here. As you can see at the top, I can select a subject that I would like to be seen in my email. I can go through and change the fonts, the font size, the paragraph. This is just a basic editor. At the same time, as you can see, I can insert an image. I can also choose if I want to edit my email in HTML. This will bring up a basic editor that I can edit it and then click Update. As you can see, you do have a preset email in the system. You can decide if you want to change it to make it look more personal like I have. At the same time, maybe down at the bottom I want to include the agent that accepted its email signature so that it looks like it's coming directly from that agent. Once I'm done, I can hit Save. Down at the bottom here, I've got lead record update reminders. As you can see, I can set a reminder to go out to an agent if they have not updated a record within 10 days. I can also decide if I want to CC the lead manager who handled this lead. I suggest going through and find somebody to play devil's advocate on how long these days are. You might not want to notify a lead manager. You might want to wait until, for example, the 4th lead notice. I suggest going through these days as well. If I have it set to 10 days, 10 days, and 5 days, this is 25 days that your lead has gone unhandled. At the same time, the fourth notice, a notice is sent to the lead manager who handled the lead. Priority processing. Priority processing you can use for double headers, where both the selling side and the buying side would go to the agent that listed it. You can decide how you'd like to use this. Your parser might need some configuration so that when the email comes in, we can route this automatically to the agent. You can use listing IDs or email addresses or any other ID that is available to the system. Here you can assign a rule to assign it with no timeout period or submit it with a timeout period. And you can decide what the timeout period would be. Here I can also go through and I can set up my external IDs on what the email would have when it comes in. If I'm using MLS IDs, I can just add in their MLS IDs. Starting over with a fresh rule, I can go search for the MLS ID and assign with no timeout period. I'm done. Duplicate processing rules. Duplicate processing rules is something that I stress to read over and over again. Here you can decide how you'd like to handle duplicate leads that automatically come into the system. When a new lead matches any previously classified lead as junk and is also not in any agent's database, how would I like to handle that? I can have it automatically classify the duplicate as junk, or I can process that out to an agent so that they can decide. When a new lead matches any previously classified junk lead and is also in one or more agents' database, then I can decide how I want to handle it from there. This is where I stress maybe you want to discuss this with your team. For example, maybe you want to have a lead manager look at that and decide who's had more contact with them. When a duplicate lead matches only one agent, then I can automatically merge the lead. When a duplicate lead matches 2 or more agents, I recommend holding that for a lead manager. They can do some further checking to see why they're in 2 persons' databases. I just recommend going through these and reading everything before you decide how to handle that. When a duplicate lead matches one or more leads that hasn't been assigned or accepted, you can automatically merge that lead. At the top, you can ignore all original leads older than a certain date, so that it does not follow the rules. Going up to the top, we're going to select Automatic Lead Submission Rules. Here, you can decide if you want to use automatic lead submission. You can also decide if a lead manager reviews each lead, then manually releases it for automatic assignment. I have it selected all leads are immediately sent out so that the leads get handled faster. Here are the different types of automatic assignment that we offer. We have a random order that allows you to select agents' weights. So therefore, if I have a new agent, I can give them more leads just by selecting on the number of stars I'd like to give them. At the same time, maybe I've got an agent who's just not updating their leads, or they left for vacation. I can click the red circle and have them pulled out of the system. The stars also work very well for rewarding an agent. Maybe you have an agent that turns over 75% of the leads you send them. Maybe as a result you'd like to give them more leads. We also have a search box where you can type in the agent's name so that it brings that agent up. Once you've configured the system how you'd like, you can hit Save. Round robin order. Here you can also manage the agent list. As you can see, here's my rotation list on this side. Here is my agent roster. I can go through and type in what I would like for an agent on this side, and I can move them over here. At the same time, maybe I decide I would like to give an agent more leads. I can add them to the agent rotation more than once. Once you're done configuring the round robin order, click Save. At the same time, you can always configure it to go to a pool of agents. No added configurations are needed with the pool of agents. Here I can also decide if I want to use the qualification funnel to filter for eligible agents. This pulls the information from a previous video on the qualification funnel in Office and Agent Management and routes the leads according to what they would like for leads. If no agent qualifies for a lead in the qualification funnel, I can still reprocess that out without using the qualification funnel so that my leads are being handled. At the same time, if no agent accepts a lead, then I can also reprocess that out without using the qualification funnel. Also, in Office and Agent Management, I had previously selected my office hours. Here I can decide how I'd like to handle my office hours. Maybe I'd like to manually handle leads that come in after hours. Maybe I'd like to hold them until the office next opens. I can also submit them out automatically if I'd like, according to a different set of rules. The rules are the same rules as above. I can change them to round robin order or to a pool of agents, but select different rules. Specify automatic actions. Here, I can select different rules to go with activity plans or mail campaigns. If I add a rule, I can decide, okay, let's go with a specific interest. If they are interested in leasing or renting a property, I can select them to go on my rental plan. Or I can also put them on a special plan to use mail campaigns to automatically assign them. Default actions. If they do not meet specific automatic actions above, I can select a certain plan for them. Maybe the lead came in and I don't have any specific emails for them, so I can just mark them as set them up on the newsletter plan or set them up on a certain campaign. Maybe a monthly follow-up campaign so that I keep in touch with them.